Hi, welcome back to Accent Academy. As always, I am your accent guru Ria, and today we are going to be talking about an American vacation. So this episode will talk about all kinds of things you need to know before going on a vacation if you want to sound really foreign. This could also be really helpful for business trips or if you're just going to hang out with your American or foreign friends and you want to impress them. So our first word is hotel. Hotel actually has a soft T, like that sound that we talked about in our T turns into D video. We're actually not going to turn it into a D this time. We're going to keep it as a T. So it's going to be hotel, not hotel. This is something that a lot of people get a little bit confused by, but it is as simple as just learning it and memorizing it. Hotel, not hotel. Also, a fun cultural fact is that the term hotel is used to describe a place that you stay. This isn't the same thing in India, where we would refer to a hotel as a restaurant where we can get food and leave. In America, if you're talking about a hotel, or even in other countries, if you're talking about a hotel, it means you're planning on staying there and there is an available place for you to stay. A place that you would simply eat at is a restaurant. So now you've reached your hotel. You're ready to get some food in your system, but you don't know any of the places there. And maybe your phone isn't working. So who are you going to talk to? You're going to go to the concierge. The concierge is the person who knows everything about the best tourist attractions and the best restaurants to visit in the place. And yes, it is pronounced concierge. This is actually a French originated word, that's why it's a little bit different, and it doesn't follow natural American pronunciation rules or the English language structure. Concierge has a very soft, a very nasally con instead of con. You can also say concierge. They will understand you well, but remember that it's like air, like hava. Concierge. And then you're all good to go. Now let's say you go to a car renting service and you ask for a rental car. Remember, that is rental with another soft T. Tss. Not rental, rental, rental. Again, you're gonna go with that U sounding A, rental, instead of an A sounding rental, or an AH sounding A. Then you take your rental car out of the facility and you go and drive to the new restaurant that you've been recommended. But you need a place to put your car. You go and you ask the valet. Valet is once again another French term, which is why its pronunciation may be unfamiliar to you. It's actually spelled with a T, but the T is silent. Another rule you can remember for French words, even if you aren't taking the language, is that the last letter is very silent. Valet, concierge, it's very soft and a very soft-spoken language. Just remember not to pronounce it as valet. People might get a little bit confused. Now you're all ready to hop into that restaurant and get some food. And you're starving because you didn't have breakfast. Breakfast. So that A in breakfast is actually going to be an I sounding A, breakfast. And the EA does not become break, it becomes break. The A is silent and it just becomes an sound. Breakfast. Breakfast. Now you walk into the restaurant and you say, hey, can I have a table for one, or how many ever people you have? And they say, we're sorry, but we have no available seats. Well, luckily for you, you booked earlier and you have a reservation. The important thing to remember in this word is that the first E takes an E sound, the EH sound, not an I sound. So it's not reservation, it's reservation. Okay, then you and how many ever people you have with you, sit down, you get your table that you already booked beforehand, and you take a look at the menu. But things seem a little bit confusing. There are a bunch of words here that don't make any sense, like appetizer and entree. What do these mean? Well, an appetizer is just a fancy word for a starter. We would call it a starter in India, but this is just an appetizer. And an entree is another French word for the main course. So, you know, something that you're going to get really full with, that is an entree. And the appetizer is just what you're starting off with. All right, now you've had a great meal with you and how many ever people you've got. And I think you're ready to pay. So you flag down a waiter and you ask, hey, can I have the check? Remember, it's check, not bill. Normally we would say bill in India, but we actually call it a check in the United States. This is because historically people would pay with a written check for their meals. But now with the age of credit cards, we still call it a check to pay homage to an old term. All right, so now you're done, you've paid, but you've still got some food on the table that you want to eat later. You ask the waiter for a takeout box. So, to my knowledge, in Europe, we would actually call this a takeaway box, but in America, we call this a takeout box. What is important is that you're not calling it a parcel. In America, a parcel is something that you would give to the post office in order to give to your friend or someone else. It's not necessarily used for food. For food, we call it takeout, or in the UK, you would call it takeaway. It's also called a to-go box. All right, now you're all done with your fantastic meal and you're ready to go get to your car and maybe go back to the hotel. But you remember that you left your car in a parking garage. Parking garage. Remember, it's parking. Very soft, very airy, instead of barking. Parking. Barking. For the parking, we're going to add a lot more air into it. We're going to instill a lot of air, and it's going to have a little bit of an H nature to it, which is exactly what we want. And for the word garage, remember, it's not garage, it's not garage, it's garage. The G is very soft, it's very gentle, and the emphasis is on the G. Garage, garage, garage. All right, so for a quick little side note for people who may be planning on moving to the US, in the United States, we have parking garages, and this isn't like when you park on the side of the road. So when you have a parking garage, it is usually paid. And when you go to a institute or a place where you would eat or go to a hotel, they would give you a little pass that would validate your parking. What this means is that it's a certificate that, you know, you ate with us, you used our services, so this parking garage space is free for you because you've already paid at our place. So that is something that's called validating parking, and it is a practice that is used in the United States, but to my knowledge was not in the place that I lived in India. So yeah. Alright, that's all I have for you guys for an American vacation. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Accent Academy. I hope to see you later, and you should also check out our socials, which are going to pop up on the end card coming up. But also, be sure to check out our live sessions. We're going to be opening a few more up soon so that we can get a lot more people, and thank you so much. This is once again your accent guru Ria signing off, wishing you a great day and week. Bye-bye!